India faces a critical juncture in its fight against climate change. It missed the February 2025 deadline to submit its updated nationally determined contributions, or NDCs. These NDCs are crucial as they outline each country's efforts to combat global warming. The delay raises questions. What does this mean for India's global commitments? How will this impact its environmental policies? The global community is watching. India is a key player in the fight against climate change. It is one of the world's most populous nations and also one of the largest emitters of greenhouse gases. Its actions have significant implications. The delay in submitting updated NDCs has caused concern. However, it's not a sign of inaction. India remains committed to the Paris Agreement, which aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. India's commitment to sustainability is clear. It has taken significant steps to address climate change, but challenges remain. Finding the balance between economic growth and environmental protection is difficult. India's large population and developing economy add complexity. The missed deadline underscores these complexities and highlights the need for a more nuanced understanding of India's climate journey. India's initial NDCs submitted in 2015 were ambitious. They outlined a plan to reduce the country's emissions intensity of GDP. The goal was a reduction of 33 to 35% by 2030, set against 2005 levels. Additionally, India pledged to increase its reliance on non-fossil fuels, aiming for 40% of its energy capacity from sources other than fossil fuels. Furthermore, India committed to creating carbon sinks, primarily forests, to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The target was to create sinks capable of absorbing 2.5 to 3 billion tons of CO2 equivalent. These initial commitments demonstrated India's intent to transition to a greener future. So why the delay in submitting updated NDCs? Several factors contributed. Ongoing studies are analyzing India's emission trajectories and exploring pathways to achieve net zero emissions. This complex research takes time. Additionally, India faces the challenge of balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability. Economic development is crucial for poverty reduction and improving living standards, but it often comes at an environmental cost. Finding the right balance is a delicate act. India's energy sector presents a significant challenge. The country is heavily reliant on coal for electricity generation, with around 70% of its electricity coming from this carbon-intensive source. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is a priority, but it is a complex and time-consuming process. Financial constraints also pose a hurdle. Implementing ambitious climate policies requires significant investment. Developed nations pledged financial assistance to developing countries, but this assistance has been slow to materialize. This delay makes it harder for India to implement its climate action plans. Another challenge is balancing industrial growth with emissions reduction. India's economy is growing rapidly, and this growth requires energy. Shifting entirely away from fossil fuels immediately is not feasible. Finding ways to promote industrial growth while reducing emissions is crucial. Agriculture also plays a role in India's climate change puzzle. Emissions from livestock, rice cultivation, and deforestation are significant. Promoting sustainable farming practices is essential, including reducing methane emissions from livestock and promoting sustainable rice cultivation techniques. Despite the challenges, India has made commendable progress. It is a global leader in renewable energy, particularly solar power. India is a co-founder of the International Solar Alliance, which promotes solar energy globally. The country is committed to achieving 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel energy capacity by 2030. India is also making strides in electric mobility. The faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles scheme, or FAME, incentivizes the adoption of electric vehicles. State governments are also implementing policies to support electric vehicle infrastructure. This push for electric mobility is reducing India's dependence on fossil fuels. Reforestation and afforestation efforts are also underway. The Green India mission aims to increase forest cover, and urban greening initiatives are gaining momentum. These efforts help absorb carbon dioxide and mitigate climate change. India is also focusing on energy efficiency. The Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme encourages energy efficiency in industries, while the Unnat Jyoti, Buy Affordable LEDs for All initiative, promotes the use of LED lighting. India can use the delay in submitting its updated NDCs to its advantage. It presents an opportunity to refine its approach and develop a stronger, more actionable plan. This plan can incorporate the lessons learned from its initial NDC implementation and take into account the latest scientific data and technological advancements. Public awareness and participation are crucial for success. Increased awareness about climate change and its impacts is essential. Public participation in government programs and initiatives is also vital. India's climate journey requires a collective effort.